Video for experiment number 2 for the lab electronics devices and instrumentation laboratory. So second experiment is rectifier circuits. So for this rectifier circuits, aim of the experiment is to design and set up the following rectifiers with and without filters, and to determine ripple factor and rectifier efficiency for full wave rectifier and half wave rectifier. So concept behind the experiment is rectification is the process of converting the alternating quantity AC to the unidirectional quantity DC. The transformer is used to step down the voltage from 230 volt to the desired level. Then the diode is responsible for the conversion of AC available at the secondary of the transformer into the DC pulsation. Hence, the diode used for this application is also referred to as rectifier. The capacitor connected across the load resistor is behaving as a filter. Filter is responsible to smooth the pulsating DC into pure DC. Half wave rectifier is one which converts the AC into pulsating DC during one half of the cycle. It has poor ripple factor, conversion efficiency and voltage regulation. Full wave rectifier is one which converts the AC into pulsating DC during both cycles. For this process, two diodes and center tapped transformer are required. It has better ripple factor, conversion efficiency and voltage regulation compared to the half wave rectifier. The center tapped transformer is costly compared to without center tapped transformer. This can be overcome by using 4 diodes in a bridge. The bridge rectifier has same ripple factor and conversion efficiency as that of full wave rectifier, but better utilization factor. Now I am going to explain about tools or components required for this rectifier circuits. So oscilloscope, breadboard, diodes, resistors, capacitors, electrolytic, transformer and connecting wires. Now I will move on to the initial setup for half wave rectifier without filter, which is looking like this. This is input waveform, sine wave. So you are expecting the output waveform only positive half cycle is rectified. So next is half wave rectifier with filter. Half wave rectifier with filter. Next is half wave rectifier with filter. See, for the secondary of the transformer, diode, single diode is connected like this with the load resistor RL, and capacitor filter C is connected, which produces the, for rectifier output voltage, these are the ripples present in the output. Okay, so now full wave rectifier without filter, circuit diagram is this, and for the input waveform from the secondary given to the circuit like this. So output, rectifier output will be in both the direction, that is unidirectional. And next circuit is full wave rectifier with filter, with capacitor filter. It is circuit, capacitor filter C is connected parallel to the load or across the load. Across load you have to measure the output voltage, as it will be looking like this. Next is introduction to safety protective devices or operation safety. Here, before going to the step down transformer, other components are diode, capacitor and resistors, which are explained in the introduction to safety protective devices in experiment number 1. Therefore, I am taking only here step down transformer, which is only special in this experiment. So this step down transformer, you have to pay attention to the following when using power step down transformer, or it is called as a converter. It do not operate step down transformer with a damaged cord or plug. Do not disassemble the transformer in case it is damaged, get it repaired or serviced by an experienced technician. Improper servicing, disassembly and assembly can increase the chances of shock. Always disconnect the high voltage transformer from electrical outlets before cleaning. Allow the unit to cool to room temperature before performing any cleaning activity. Preferably use soft cotton cloths to clean its parts. Refrain from using abrasive or harsh industrial cleaning agents. Do not install the step-down transformer in the presence of flammable fumes, explosives, excess moisture, heat and dust. Only allow qualified personnel to perform mounting and maintenance operations. Prior to installation, ensure that the unit is in proper condition. Check the visible damages, including the external accessories and components for any deformity. Ensure that power switch is in off position before plugging the power cord into the power source. Regarding storage, the unit must be properly kept in its original packaging. Store it in a dry place that is free from dust and excess humidity. So here you have to measure the following things from the meters or CROs. V in input voltage, V out output voltage, rectified output voltage, Vm is maximum voltage in volts, Vp is peak voltage in volts, Vrms is root mean square voltage in volts, Vdc is DC mean voltage in volts. Okay. Next is procedure. I will show the procedure by conducting the experiment using discrete components. See, I am going to conduct an experiment for half wave rectifier. In this half wave rectifier, you are going to use the components: one diode, one fixed 1 kilo ohm resistor and step down transformer. So this is the step down transformer. So transformer means it is a static device which is used to transfer the energy from primary winding to secondary side or secondary winding. What is the main function of transformer? Transformer is a static device which transfer the energy from primary side to secondary side. So in this circuit diagram, it is primary side and this is secondary side. In between you are having two parallel lines for the circuit symbol representation. These two parallel lines are used to represent this line, this illumination or separation between primary side and secondary side. So primary side is supplied by the main power supply, that is 230 volt alternating quantity from the main power supply. So this is alternating quantity or AC quantity which is having the 230 volt. At the secondary side you are having three terminals. Two are positive terminal, one is in between positive terminal, one is black, that is called as a common, or it is called as a center tap terminal. Okay, so total voltage between these two positive terminals you will be divided by using the common voltage. So if your transformer is rated 080 like this, 0 is voltage across transformer, 8 is at this terminal and 8 is at this terminal, you are getting 8 voltages. But this, from this center tap to this terminal 8 volt, from this center tap to this terminal 8 volt you are getting, it will be always AC, because here into the primary from the main power supply 230 volt you are giving AC quantity, but it just step down the voltages to the 8 volt or maximum 16 volt, it will be also across the secondary AC quantity. Therefore your transformer function is it transfers the energy from primary winding to the secondary side of the transformer or secondary winding of the transformer. Now I will go to connect the circuit diagram of half wave rectifier. without filter. Okay, half wave rectifier without filter. See, anode, according to this circuit diagram, secondary of the transformer positive is connected to the anode. So secondary of the transformer, I am going to take it, I am going to connect it to the, what is, it is anode of the diode. Anode of the diode is connected to the fixed 1 kilo ohm resistor. Fixed 1 kilo ohm resistor. Fixed 1 kilo ohm resistor like this. I am making another end of the resistor, I am making to ground. Okay. So now I will give the connection from the center tap to the ground. You see, this is I am going to connect on this breadboard. Now your initial setup or circuit is rigged up like this using discrete components. This is half wave rectifier circuit without using filter. Okay. Now I want to check up its output voltage across this load 1 kilo ohm. Okay. See, I will switch on this power supply of transformer. So I will make it on the CRO. Okay. I am using the channel 2. I am using the channel 2. I will show you what is the output coming across the center tap of the. So you have to keep always your CRO probe in the DC mode, because you are going to measure the DC. You are going to measure the DC here, because your output across the rectifier is DC, because rectifier function is used to convert alternating quantity to AC quantity to DC quantity. So therefore you are going to use, you see here at the input side you are going to have sine wave you are getting. So right, you connect it here, so your output will be visible here across the load. See, this is your output voltage. Rectifier half wave output voltage you are getting like this, right? This is your, I am putting the CRO probe across cathode and this terminal. You are getting the half wave rectifier output voltage as shown here. So from this you have to measure the VRMS, DC voltage. So you have to measure the DC voltage. So this, how much your voltage here from the across load you are getting. So you are getting the DC voltage here 1, 2, 2.4 into 5. This is the DC voltage. 2.4 into 5 is what? 12 volt. Okay. 12 volt DC you are going to get. From this DC you have to use 2.2 into 5 is 11 volt you are getting. So from this DC voltage you have to convert VM. What is the maximum voltage from the waveform? It is 2.2 into 5 volt, that is 11 volt you are getting. After this you have to calculate VDC. VDC is equal to Vm by pi. So that will gives you, and VRMS Vm by 2. For half wave rectifier VDC is equal to Vm by 2 pi, and you have to calculate VRMS is equal to Vm by 2. Right? So now for this VDC and VRMS you have to calculate ripple factor using the formula VRMS by VDC whole square minus 1 under the root. You will be getting 1.21 is the ripple factor of half wave rectifier without filter. So now you have to use the practical thing using digital voltmeter. I am going to measure practically VDC across load. See, I am keeping your voltage. See, digital multimeter voltage across load and ground. So you are getting the DC voltage 3.92. 3.92 is the DC voltage across the load. Similarly, you have to measure the root mean square voltage, that is VRMS. So to get the VRMS voltage across the load, you keep your digital voltmeter in AC mode. Digital voltmeter in AC mode. Same probe terminals can be put on your across the load. So you are getting VRMS is equal to 4.9 volt. VRMS is equal to 4.9 volt. Now these are the VDC across the load and VRMS across the load are the practical voltages of DC and RMS for the half wave rectifier without filter. So using these VDC and VRMS, you have to calculate the ripple factor formula, that is equal to VRMS divided by VDC. You will be getting 1.2 is the ripple factor value, so that theoretical value from the maximum Vmax, converting VDC and VRMS using the formula, theoretical formula, you were getting 1.21, while practically measuring the VDC and VRMS across the load, both in AC and DC mode of the voltmeter. You have to calculate the ripple factor by using the formula ripple factor gamma is equal to VRMS by VDC is equal to, you will be getting 1.24. Now I will use 100 ohm microfarad capacitor across load as a half wave rectifier with filter. Half wave rectifier with filter. So here I am going to connect positive end of the capacitor. This long terminal is called as positive and short terminal is called as negative. So positive terminal I am going to connect it to the point where your cathode and resistors are connected. Resistors are connected. Similarly, I will go for this second terminal to measure the voltage of VRPP. VRPP means I will put the CRO probe across this point, across the capacitor. So you will observe the waveform like this. So what is this? So your DC voltage is there. This is your, one second. First we have to calculate by putting the CRO probe on across the load or capacitor. I want to measure the VRPP. VRPP means it is the height of this VRPP. You see here, this VRPP I am going to measure, right? What is this VRPP? 0.4 into 5. 0.4 into 5. What is this? 0.4 into 5 is 2 volt, right? Is equal to 2 volt. And you have to calculate the maximum voltage. How much it is maximum voltage? 2.2. Maximum voltage from here you have to measure. Maximum voltage from here you have to measure. But VRPP you have to measure only here. Okay. So 2.2 into 5 is 11 volt. 2.2 into 5 is 11 volt. So therefore VDC, how you are going to calculate the VDC? VDC is equal to maximum voltage minus 0.5 into VRPP. VRPP is how much? VRPP is 2 volt into 0.5. That product you have to subtract from the 11. 11 minus 1 is DC voltage, that is 10 volt you are getting now. 10 volt you are getting. So therefore, what is this is your VDC, this much is there. Now VRMS, if you want to calculate the VRMS is equal to theoretical VRMS from the maximum voltage from this VRPP divided by 2 root 3. So you will be getting 0.577. So ripple factor is equal to VRMS divided by VDC. You will be getting 0.0577 is the ripple factor. Now I will show the digital multimeter. I will show the digital multimeter reading. So first we have to measure the keeping your CRO knob or digital multimeter knob across the load. So you have to get first what is the DC voltage. What is the DC voltage across load? I will put CRO across load is like this. See what is this? This is 11.25. Okay. You record the VDC from across the load when capacitor is present. This is 11.25. At the same time you have to measure VRMS by putting the voltmeter AC mode. Same probe you have to hold across the load. So what is your 1.27? How much you are getting? You are getting across the load 0.5 is the VRMS, right? 0.5 is the VRMS. So now you have to calculate ripple factor gamma is equal to VRMS by VDC. You will be getting 0.5 divided by 10.68 is equal to 0.04. So what is your theoretical ripple factor with filter for the half wave? 0.05, right? Now I will go for 10 microfarad. I am going to conduct an experiment for full wave rectifier without filter. So it needs two diodes as shown in this circuit diagram. I have connected anode and this anode, one positive side of the transformer, another positive side of the transformer is connected to this anode of the diode. Both the cathodes of these diodes are connected together as shown in circuit diagram, and from the center tap, from that diode cathode junction terminal, I have connected one resistor other end. Other end of the resistor should go to the center tap. Center tap is connected to the ground. So this completes your circuit diagram. Now I have to observe the output, rectified output voltage, DC rectified output voltage across a point where your circuit is. This is your rectified output, DC rectified output voltage for both positive and negative cycle. So it is unidirectional in nature. Okay. So therefore from this you have to measure. From this you have to measure first maximum voltage. See what is this here maximum voltage? So maximum voltage is 2.4 into 5. What is your voltage? You can take 2.2. 2.2 into 5 voltage. It is 11 volt from the waveform. So from this maximum voltage from the waveform, we have to calculate the VDC using the formula that is given in the full wave rectifier. VDC is equal to 2 Vm by pi. That will gives you 7 volt. After that, VRMS is equal to, you are having the formula. From that you will be getting 7.78. So using that, ripple factor is equal to, you will be getting the formula VRMS by VDC whole square minus 1 under the root. You will be getting ripple factor for this maximum voltage 0.43. So after that, this is called as theoretical calculation from this waveform. But using multimeter, you have to compare with it VDC, VRMS, putting the CR digital voltmeter probe across load. So this is full wave rectifier without filter. So I will put, practically I want to show what is the ripple factor you are getting. Theoretically from the output waveform I am going to get 0.48. Now I will put the CRO probe across load and ground. So what you will be getting? I will switch on this multimeter. Now it is in DC because I am going to measure the DC. So DC voltage I will put it here. What is your voltage? It is 7.8. Okay, 7.8 it is there. So next you put this digital voltmeter in AC mode. So press this, it will become AC mode. So I will put your CRO probe or load. So you will be getting, what is this? 4.06 is the AC, that is VRMS across the load without filter. So now you have to calculate the ripple factor using the formula VRMS divided by VDC. You will be getting 0.52 is the ripple factor, whereas approximately theoretical ripple factor is 0.483. Okay, now I will go for next part of my circuit is I am going to connect full wave rectifier with filter. With filter means just I am going to connect a capacitor 100 microfarad parallel to the load. That means positive terminal of the battery of the capacitor is connected to the where 3 points of resistance, 2 diodes are connected from there, and another negative terminal is connected to the ground. So this is how you see. See, this is your ripple factor output. This is your ripples present in the DC output, right? See, you have to measure first here DC VRPP. See, what is your output voltage? You bring this down. .2 is there. VRPP is 0.2 into 5. 0.2 into 5 is what? 0.2 into 5 is 1 volt VRPP is there. What is the maximum value of? Again, maximum value is 1, 2, 2 point. What is 2.4? 2.2 into 5 is 11 volt. 2.2 into 5 is 11 volt. From here you have to measure from the time axis is there, no? From here to 1 to here 2.2 into 5 it is 11 volt maximum voltage. VRPP is only this peak to this peak, that is 0.2 into 5, that is 1 volt. Now using this for full wave rectifier you have to calculate VDC using the formula VDC is equal to Vm minus VRPP by 2. Vm is 11 volt minus half is equal to 10.5 volt is the VDC. From the maximum output voltage you are getting from the output. Similarly you have to calculate from using the VRPP and Vm. VRMS is equal to VRPP divided by 2 root 3. VRPP is now 1 volt divided by 2 root 3 is equal to 0.288. So from this VDC and VRMS you have to calculate ripple factor is equal to VRMS divided by VDC is equal to 0.288 divided by 10.5 is equal to 0.0274 is your ripple factor, theoretical ripple factor. Now I am going to measure the practical ripple factor by measuring the VDC and VRMS using digital multimeter across load. So I will measure first using the digital multimeter what is VDC. So if you want to measure the VDC using digital multimeter across load of the rectifier, full wave rectifier, you have to keep your multimeter in DC mode. You put the CRO probe positive across the load and ground. So you will be getting what is VDC? What is VDC? VDC is equal to 11.16, right? 11.12216 is there. Similarly, you keep your multimeter in AC mode and same place across the load you put your CRO probe, you will be getting the VRMS, that is, what is, that will be 0.55. 0.55. So you will be getting ripple factor is equal to VDC divided by VRMS is equal to 0.24 divided by 11.16, that will gives you 0.02 volts. So theoretically how much we got? Ripple factor theoretically is equal to 0.027. Practically it is 0.021. So approximately they are same, right? So this is how you have to do the experiment of half wave and full wave rectifier with and without filter. Very simply, don't make any confusion. Okay, thank you.